trip finally. Probably doesn't even know I left yet. I wonder if he tried to call. I'll get a thing on the phone. Bitcoin went down 10% today. And he calls and he'll say, he watches that stuff somehow. And he'll say, yeah, Bitcoin was up today. And, you know, he watches what I have and he watches what he has somewhat. And he'll call up and say, yeah, your stuff is up today. So we're both, you know, watching the markets. I haven't been watching them though. I almost hate to think where they're at, but on the other hand, it might be a good surprise too. I have no idea. They've been kind of going up a lot. It wouldn't surprise me if it did back off some because it's going up. You know, they can't go up every day. It might even be down for a month or so, for all I know, and then it'll start to head back up again. It could be down. I mean, eventually that will happen. We'll hit a point where they'll go down for maybe a week or two or three, and then it'll resume up again. It'll scare all the scaredy cats out. And then all the whales will buy back in at the bottom, and they'll, you know, at the bottom of the dip, and then it'll start up again. It'll scare out all the people that are leveraging too. They'll have to sell. It's not a good thing to do that, but you can make some quick money. It's a form of gambling. They borrow to buy Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin crashes enough, you get liquidated. Your brokerage firm will liquidate your Bitcoin, and that's what causes some of these steep drops. It's that combined with people just saying, "Oh shit, I'm leveraged. I better sell half of it or something or part of it," and that's what happens. And it happens. I guess a lot of people are leveraging it, and that's what causes those wide swings. And then, of course, it hits the bottom, and they're all buying back in again. Or a bunch of other people are buying. The traders are buying. I think the traders cause a lot of those swings. And so it's volatile. And then sometimes people are shorting it, and then it stops going down and goes up, and then they're all trying to buy back. Because that's all, they got to get that shares back. Happen to buy them back at a higher price, and it's like they're panicking. I don't want to pay any more, and that can cause a short squeeze. That happened in silver a few years ago. It went up to 30. I think they were all short in silver, and they got caught with their pants down. Yeah, I mean, it's like, why would you short something? Just get out of it. Don't have it if you think it's going to go down. But there are some people, there is a place for that. There's people that don't have a choice. Maybe their business is that. They produce it like silver. And it's like they can protect their industry or their business by shorting it. And they have a method of doing it that protects them. The real estate investment trusts do it too. And it's an insurance. They're not trying to make money. It's an insurance. Okay, yeah, it's just not here yet. But a lot of these people are doing it, they're gambling. They're trying to make a quick buck by shorting. And apparently there's quite a few people that do it. And then they're longing it on borrowed money. That's the opposite. And that's what causes a lot of these sharp swings. You see it in the Bitcoin chart. You see it in some stocks too. Even in the metals, they're doing it. They're shorting, or they're longing, or they're buying on margin. I think there's a group of people who are shorting the metals, trying to manipulate it some. Big bank type tycoons. And they don't seem to care if they lose money. But I think they're trying to manipulate, control the price of it. And then the market makers, I guess, can scare off some of these people that are buying on margin too, and they just kind of like create a little scare in the market, and everybody like reacts with a knee-jerk reaction. They sell. It creates a snowball effect. And somebody else, and then everybody that's leveraged, it's like, okay, time to get out. And all sell at the same time. That's what causes these big swings. We got people behind us. Oh, there's a lot of guy on a tractor. We'll be back on 4 lanes. Not right away, but coming. Might want to run the heat before you like go to bed or whatever. It might be cold tonight. I might have to start the engine at night. Just run the engine for 10 minutes and go back to bed. When I go pee or something, I could run the engine. So I'll go by that same tree to pee at night. Because they don't have the Walmart open after 11. What I'll do is use the good cards on the scenic part, and then I'll use for the rest of the trip, I'll use that other card that's lower quality. If something happens to it, it won't be a big loss. I got one more card after this I'll use tomorrow, and then I'll take that out. After 3 or 4 hours, I'll take that out. Put the one from Walmart in. Yeah, I guess I'm going fast enough. They're not all crowded behind me, so I'm okay. It's one of them. Is that wild cherry, or is it, what is that? Some kind of cherry tree, or is it something else? The trees are still just beginning to, I mean, our trees are dead yet. They're in winter mode yet. They're dormant. They got flowers on the ground here. I mean, we have a pretty cold climate.